Have you ever, like, really thought about question words? I mean, they're everywhere,
Yeah.
right? But, like, they're more than just, like, commas and question marks, you know? These little words are how we figure things out.
They really are the foundation for how we learn.
I mean, just think about it for a sec.
Yeah.
Without these words, we wouldn't know anything about anything.
That's true. We'd be lost.
Totally. Okay, so let's jump in and, like, take a closer look at these super important words.
Sounds great.
Okay, so first up, we've got who.
Yes. Who? The people identifier.
Exactly. Who is like the detective of the sentence, right? Always on the case, trying to figure out who did it or who's involved or,
It's about establishing agency.
Yes. Like, you walk into the kitchen and the cookies are gone. All right. The first thing you think is, who ate all the cookies?
Every time.
Right. Or let's say you get a notification that someone liked your really old Instagram post from like years ago.
Oh, yeah.
You immediately want to know, who is digging through my past?
It's natural to be curious.
Exactly. And sometimes who can just be plain fun. Like I saw this online the other day and it made me chuckle. Who's your favorite superhero?
Oh, yeah.
Mine is Sherlock Holmes. I thought that was pretty clever.
That's a good one.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so moving on, let's talk about what?
Okay, what is like the Swiss Army knife of question words?
Totally. It can do it all. What is that thing? What is happening? What are you doing? So versatile.
Definitely a workhorse.
Yeah. Like, think about how often we ask, what's for dinner?
All the time.
Right. Or the essential question when you're trying to connect, what's the Wi-Fi password?
Well, that's a good one.
Right. And what can even add a little drama to your life?
How so?
Okay, imagine this. You're walking down the street and suddenly you hear a loud Srio-NCH.
Oh, no!
Right, and you're like, what did I just step on?
I hate that feeling.
Yeah, and then you look down and you realize, oh, it's just my dignity.
Ouch.
But on a more serious note, what has been a really important question throughout history?
Totally. People asking what if have led to some amazing discoveries.
Exactly. Like, what if the Earth isn't actually flat? That kind of questioning really changed the world.
It really did.
And even in our everyday lives, what can lead to some pretty interesting conversations.
Well, you know it.
Like when you're talking about movies or music with someone and you say something like, what do you mean you've never seen Star Wars?
Or what? You don't like pizza?
Exactly. It's a way to learn about people and share experiences.
Absolutely. So next up we have where.
Where? The master of location.
Yes, where helps us navigate the world both physically and mentally.
Totally. Like on a practical level, we use where all the time, right? Where are my keys? Where did I park my car?
I feel like I ask those questions every day.
Me too. But then there's the where that's more about our place in the world, like where do I belong or where am I going in life?
Those are big questions.
They are. And when you're traveling, where is your best friend?
Oh,
I mean, who hasn't been in a foreign country and desperately needed to know where is the bathroom?
that's a universal need.
Right. Actually, I have a little travel tip.
Oh, I love travel tips.
So if you're ever lost in a new city, don't be afraid to ask someone, where is a good place to get coffee?
That's a good idea.
It's a friendly way to start a conversation, and you might just discover a hidden gem.
Plus, everyone loves coffee.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to when.
Okay, when the timekeeper.
Yes, when is all about timing schedules and deadlines. It's like the organizer of our lives.
That's true.
Like, think about how often we ask, when will my package arrive? Or when is that meeting again?
Oh, yeah. I'm always checking tracking numbers.
Me too. And when can also make you feel a little nostalgic.
Nostalgic.
Yeah, like when you think back and realize, when did I become the person who gets excited about buying new towels?
Interesting point.
Right. It's like a marker of time passing.
And sometimes when highlights those things that we're all waiting for.
Oh, yeah, like when will this pandemic be over?
That's a big one.
Right. Or maybe something a little less serious, like when will pineapple on pizza finally get the respect it deserves?
Well, some things might take a little longer than others.
True. Okay, let's talk about why.
Why? The question of all questions.
Definitely. Why is what drives our curiosity. It's how we learn and understand the world around us.
It's about seeking explanation.
Exactly. Like little kids are always asking, why? Why is the sky blue? Why do dogs bark? Why can't I have candy for breakfast?
It's how they learn.
Yeah. And sometimes why leads to really deep philosophical discussions.
Like, why are we here?
Exactly. Or even things like, Why do we park in a driveway and drive on a parkway? You know, those little quirks of language.
Those are fun to think about.
And of course, why can also be very personal.
How so?
Like when you're reflecting on your own choices and you think, why did I say that? Or why did I eat that whole bag of chips?
We've all been there.
Right. It's a way to learn and grow.
For sure.
Huh.
And last but not least, we have how.
How? The master of methods and processes.
How helps us figure out how things work and how to do things.
Exactly. Like when you get a new gadget and you're trying to figure it out, you ask, how does this thing work?
Or when you're learning a new skill like cooking or playing an instrument.
Right. How do I make this recipe? How do I play that chord?
How is all about the steps and techniques.
And sometimes how can be about more than just practical skills.
In what way?
Like when you're trying to understand someone's perspective, you might ask, how do you see the situation?
That's a great way to build empathy.
And then there are those big how questions that we all grapple with.
Oh yeah, like how do I find happiness? Or how do I make a difference in the world?
Exactly. Those are questions that we might spend our whole lives trying to answer.
It's about the journey.
So there you have it, folks. A deep dive into the amazing world of question words.
They may seem simple, but they're incredibly powerful.
Right. So the next time you're asking a question, take a moment to appreciate the power of that little word.
It might just change how you see the world.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go find out where I put my keys.
Good luck with that.
Thanks.
You're welcome.